Hello everyone. Welcome to my first video of the year. I've heard some questions about what I use for my amendments or fertilizers. This is what I add to the grow bags every year. We have, and I am not going to care about my pronunciation, azomite dust. I go for a half to 1 tablespoon per gallon of soil. We have humic acids. I go for a half a tablespoon per gallon. We have blood meal. I go for half a tablespoon per gallon. The blood meal is the N of the NPK, where this is the 0. Blood meal is, it doesn't even say. Then next up is the langbionite. That is the K, 22 of it. Then we have the bone meal, which is the middle one, the P. I can't see it, whatever. Somewhere on there it says what it is, maybe 12%. Is that what that means, 12? Regardless, that's the middle one. So those are the three main ones for the macronutrients. The azomite adds the micronutrients, or the minerals, that they need a lot of the times. Then I also add 1 tablespoon, which would be one half cup, and of course 2 little tablespoons. And then I do the same with the what is this? Crab meal. And lastly is that stuff is just loose kelp meal. I haven't been able to find a decent price kelp meal in 2024, so 2023 may be the last time I purchase that stuff. It did last quite a while, but I don't know. I added a half a teaspoon or half a tablespoon of that per gallon too. And then over here we have Myco, the missing one. This one was added with worm castings when planted out. So with all of the grow bags, they got that stuff. The ground just got the Myco and the worm castings. Now this year I also did experiment by adding some of the alfalfa meal. I think I forgot to mention that's what the first one was, alfalfa meal. And I added that into each of the holes, whether it was the bags or whether it was the ground. Everything actually looks pretty good this year, healthy-wise. But compared to where everybody else is, or where I was last year, it's a lot lower. There's Ruby. Say hi, Ruby. Nope, nothing. So, I did have a problem with my purple gang last year. I had suspended up on that wall and then on this wall. Some of them died, so I had to take 5 of my extras that I had planted in 3 gallons and threw them in the bigger ones. So I lost a couple of the purple ones. I only have a couple of them left. This is that one and the one back there, my maker. These 2 guys, oh yeah, they're survivors. Loaded. What do we got here? Alien Metamorphosis Black. Tons of pods, big cool ones. Mustard Green Brain by Nymphadora. I do not have the Nymphadora variegation in the leaves. That I think is the allure. I have the Tiberius Mahler Caramel. Bubblegum 7 by SRTSL. Starscream. Fados White. KSLSB, Ugandan red, Carbonero orange long, Reaper by Jace, Peach Ghost, Scorpion by who knows. These actually look, I don't know. Lastly, the Bahamian Beast Peach F5, now F6 or 7. I don't even know what these are, if they're correct. They are cool peach ones though. Big guy there. And a Hulk. So I'm not going to go through all of these over here. These are some of the best ones that I have going though. Like the Lesia. Or one of my favorites, the Mexibel, is recovered nicely. These are some of the crosses I have going just to see what they do. Over here I have some of the Bacotums. We have Apple Crisp right here, is where that one is. And then I have some Loot Showers, which are Paprikas right here. And then right here is also a Loot Shower. We got Shepherd's Ram's Horn right there, which grows upward. We have some Spain peppers over here. We'll see what those guys do. This Purple Death did not make it. This guy showed up. I don't know where he's from. Kind of looks like he could be a Purple Death. We got a Cap 455. And who knows what. We'll see what they do, if anything. And an Erotico. Cool little peppers. We have the Circle Garden. Fun stuff over here. I should actually go back to some of these over here too though. Jimmy Nardello. He's had a rough time, but they are just loaded with peppers, so that's pretty cool. We got Ahi Mango and Margaritino. Dylan McBeaver is the only survivor of 2 plants in this one. I got my Habanada Cross and my Trinidad Perfume Cross. The Habanada, there's that guy, and another different one over there. Those are expected F2s. Like this one over here, expected F2 of a Trinidad Perfume Cross. And then over here, looks kind of like a Trinidad Perfume. Another Jimmy Nardello, which hardly survived a rotted root. And on top of those two, you can hardly see my hands here, these guys. I have 4 plants also on the ground. So we have the Trinidad Perfume Cross over here. There's one pod, triangle shaped. And over here again too, hardly anything to see yet. The Habanada Cross though. That's a fat guy. He's kind of looking like he might be the peach color. Looks like he may have gotten eaten by a bug or squirrel. Fun. And behind it as well, way different color obviously. You can see this a lot more wrinkly for sure, but the color usually means it'll be an orange or a red, whereas this might be a white or a peach or a Habanada color, because if we go find the Habanadas, it is these plants. Look at right here, nice and light pods. Habanada, nice and light pod. So that's more like that parent. We have a Granada seasoning. No pods there. Granada seasoning. Oh, nice pods there. Look at that guy. Another Granada seasoning back here. Then we have a No Heat Primo, 2nd season. That is an incorrect shape. So who knows what we got. They are supposed to have yellow anthers, and mine are blue. Can't see. Should I kill it? Blue. Blue enough. Oh, I killed it. Not yellow. Then we have Trinidad perfume. There's that shape. Trinidad perfume shape right there for sure. Another Trinidad perfume. Not crossed, hopefully. That's intended anyway. Alrighty, then we'll move over here to the oval garden, which I built around the stump. This year we have a fun thing. I threw 2 gator jigsaws into the stump. I haphazardly ripped them out from their own homes when I went to plant out the regular ones over there in the main garden. And I thought, hey, I can give them home, see what they do. And they somehow fought off the slug damage, made it to where they are now. This year, these 2 plants right here got huge. They were chinesnes, or however you say that, and I replaced them with some annum peppers. So we will see if everything else around them have an easier time. I feel like everything in this area over here overcompensated and tried to outgrow. They ended up dropping a lot of flowers. For those who might be new here, what I've done with this border is I've just taken grow bags and then placed them as a border to basically a raised bed situation, which I built around a stump. The stump is almost completely gone. If you come over to this side, you can see pieces of wood everywhere. There's grubs or insects or something living in there. There's some raccoon, squirrel, comes along all the time, just tears it up. And it ended up being the death of almost this plant right here. Not death, but he's not going to do anything. It's in there somewhere. Maybe that's not even it. Where is it? It was alive. It's alive. It's in there. Alrighty, back again here. So on this back side of the oval garden, we do have another Reaper by Jay's Peach Ghost. These don't look right. These look like they're crossed. We got the Dream Weaver, which is in the same spot as last year. These look a little different too, but they were also a low stability. And then the Jay's Purple Peach. Those are pretty cool. Very, very purple. The entire ring in the middle, there are 8 darker purple plants. Those are all, what do we got? Blood ghosts. They all had a unique structure where they didn't branch out a whole lot. So I thought maybe I could fit them all in here, and it would work. So all of these guys around here, whoop, are all blood ghosts. If you're wondering what this is right here, I'm trying to attract some worms. In the back here I have a lot of bacotums. We have ahi crystal in the front here, a starfish by a Peppa Peach for those 2 in the back. We have 4 different ahi Guyanas right there, 3 different Peppa Peaches, a Cap 455, which might be wrong. I don't know if it's supposed to be long. And then I have 2 lemon balls, ahi lemon balls. And I do also have an incorrect, off, whatever, cross, Chiltepin by Lemon Drop. That's not at all right. Those are 2 correct plants, but they were dug up by the squirrels, so they're way behind. We'll see if we can get pods from them. Lastly, we have the main garden. I did something different here, if you can see. I have much more pronounced mounds, which holds the base of the plant right here up above the ground. Hopefully, when we get torrential rains, which we actually did this here in Wisconsin. So what I did is I buried 3-gallon pots, not pots, grow bags, into the ground. And it was a lot easier to see over here too, and up at the top. I ran into some rocks and just said, forget it. There you go. So I filled it with just 50% perlite, and then 50% just cheap dirt. But watering them is pretty easy. I can put a whole bunch of water and it all sinks right down into it. The hope is that the beginning 5 rows are as big as the back 5 rows. In years past, from about where that electrical outlet is, a row or two in front of it, all the way to the back, it's huge and lush. And this front here has trouble. And I kind of think it has something to do with this side getting the most intense sun. A lot of people need to use shade cloth, but in Wisconsin we don't really have super intense sun, so hopefully this is a way to not have to really deal with that and gets them what they've wanted all along anyways, just more water. Who knows? It's kind of just an experiment. But I have 3 whole rows, 3.5, 1, 2, 3 and half of this row is buried 3-gallon grow bags. I did also plant the first one first, and the second one, the third, and it took 3-4 days maybe. So keep that in mind, that if the back is any smaller, they were planted later. In this back row I also have 11 plants versus 8 everywhere else. I also widened the rows back here because they get so much less sun that they end up getting taller fighting for it. Hopefully this way when it comes mid-August, end of August, they're not just going huge. We'll see. The plants are a lot smaller this year anyway, so it may have kind of been a waste. We will see. Alrighty, that's going to be it for this time. Thanks, bye.